In this week's edition of Q Weekly, we show you highlights of the grand final of Miss Melbourne Drag 2003. And Brett has another chat with Michael McAlpine about clairvoyancy and palm reading. But first, we have Michael with this week's Q News.
Welcome to Q Weekly. This is Q News coming to you live from DT's Hotel. Today it's the bake-off for the Pride March and it's all happening here. We'll have some images of that for you a bit later, a bit of the auction with Lindsay, etc., as well as all the cakes, etc. But of course we're here for the news, and this week, apart from all the Catholic diatribe we've been hearing in the last few weeks, 20,000 members of the Uniting Church submitted a petition to the subcommittee, which said that, you know, basically homosexuals could be ordained as priests. This is quite an unfortunate incident, as it could have some, a reversal effect basically on what's going to happen in the church in the future. Over 100 same-sex couples have been married in Vancouver in the British Columbia province of Canada ever since same-sex marriage became legal recently. Although a recent poll of the United States said that over 55% of people were against same-sex marriage, although they did believe that some kind of civil union was, well, okay. In other news this week, Sydney Pride March reported a loss of over $130,000 for last year. Most of that is due to rent on the premises they're currently occupying, which is over $120,000. That, together with the losses incurred from the New Year's Eve party, meant that they're really behind the eight ball. They're going to have to actually vacate the premises by the end of October, in which case a lot of other community groups will be displaced in the process. And just finally, before we show you some images here at the bake-off at DT's Hotel, skinheads attacked the local Pride March in Stockholm this week, throwing bottles and glass. Several people were actually injured. That's all the news we have for you from Q News this week. Stay tuned to Q Weekly. There's lots more coming up. In the novelty section here, I think the dynamite is particularly relevant at the moment if you were living in Stockholm anyway and were attacked while you were marching down in Pride March this year. 94.9 FM Joy's little contribution, quite an interesting pink radio of course. And next to that we have the Mondays at the Peel entry. It's only $1 pots every Monday, and drag shows from 10 PM according to the icing on the cake. The Gal entry at the back, of course, home loan service for gay and lesbian community. And there's a particularly interesting one down the other end of the table, if the cameraman will just take you down and not zoom in, which I'm hoping he won't do. Oh, there we go. Isn't that lovely? I'll leave that to all the viewers' imagination. Coming up is the Globe entry, again quite spectacular, showing us the whole world and all the different community groups which make it up, e.g. MCV, B News, Pride March, Joy, VGRLR, etc, etc. And my favourite coming up to that is the Laird entry with G.I. Joe showing us pole dancing, which is starting at the Laird every Sunday from 4 PM. Next to that, a Midsummer entry, again recognising same-sex marriage. And behind that, another entry for Joy FM, 94.9 on the dial. We are at Biscuits and Sweets, and I swear to God, it really does look like a lolly, those ones back there. Biscuits and Sweets and marshmallows. We've got bread and butter pudding. We've got carrot and walnut cake and shortbread. Very difficult time for the judges, might I say.
Hi, I'm Mark Porter. I'm here at the Exchange tonight for the grand final of Miss Melbourne Drag. So let's go inside and check out the talent.
It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Let your back up and leave. Don't you dare come running back to me. Louis says I misbehave. Ready to wave, waving.
I'm here at the Exchange and I'm speaking to Amanda Munro, who's the host of Miss Melbourne Drag. So Amanda, tonight is the grand final.
It is.
Can you tell me where Miss Melbourne Drag's come from?
Well, from all around Melbourne actually, but the competition started 3 years ago. We do a website, melbournedrag.com, and out of that we decided to give the girls of Melbourne, the new rising talent, an opportunity to strut their stuff and show their wares. Up until Miss Melbourne Drag, we wanted to make it a bit more lift the standard a little bit and have a competition that became a sought-after entry point for people who wanted to pursue drag.
You've got a lot of feathers to put in your cap, and presenting a lot of new drag for Melbourne's one of them, I think.
Yes, it's been sort of a blessed ride, if you like, or a very lucky star sort of guiding me. And I've always been very interested in drag, and I thought, well, when I first discovered drag, I was so full of enthusiasm that I created melbournedrag.com and did all this running around, and people noticed me. If you want to be a drag queen, run around a lot.
But you've done well so far, so...
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Dress up, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
How nice.
Yes, and I'm taking all the prizes as well. We have a severe lack of fat contestants. It's hideous.
So deep in your eyes, I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you to go. Call your name 2 or 3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Yeah, 'cause I know I don't understand just how you love me to annoy your pain. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you praise me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking so crazy, your love.
Thank you very much.
Gorgeous.
She didn't gain any weight during the break, I noticed.
Selfish bitch. You did though, that's good. Only one can be Miss Melbourne Drag, but we're going to count up from 3.
Lucy Loosebox has the magic
magic numbers.
Miss Lucy Loosebox is going to do the dirty on them, I'm afraid, because frankly we painted ourselves as nice people and we don't, you know. You can do it quite well. God bless you. We're starting with third, we're working up to the winner.
Okay, in third place in tonight's grand final is Tia.
Now, boys and girls, Tia has been unbelievable in this competition. She started out the first night that she came in, she just dazzled the judges, and tonight she's, as you can see, she's rugged up because she's not well. She's performed tonight and done a stunning job when she's not very well. Let's hear it for her, Tia! Tia will be joining us next week for our special winners concert right here on the Exchange stage. Thank you, Miss Lisbon.
I do need to say that there wasn't much at all between first and second, but in second place tonight is Miss Dita Hollywood.
Dita Hollywood! And of course, you know,
A bit of shush. Miss Melbourne Drag 2003 is Roxy Bullwinkle!
oh yes indeed. She will now receive her winner's sash, courtesy of Dress Express. Over that giant Raya poking, oh my goodness, how are you going to get that crown on? Oh, look at her, a vision. Isn't she a vision? I can imagine she'll be doing something obscene with that in the next number. Now tell me, Roxy, how do you feel?
Oh, I feel fantastic. I love you all.
And she's trembling. She's very excited. You want world peace, don't you?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course. World peace for everybody. Fabulous, fabulous. Let's hear it for Roxy!
I'm here with the winner of Miss Melbourne Drag 2003, Miss Roxy Bullwinkle. Roxy, well done, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was very unexpected, but I'm happy. God damn it, I'm happy.
You certainly have a stage presence. Is that talent that's hereditary, picked up from where?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's a long training in high school musicals, actually.
Very well done. Excellent. Congratulations. So you're obviously very excited.
I am. I'm overjoyed.
Ooh, and some tough competition there tonight too.
I know, it was a very stiff one. I couldn't pick it, actually. I certainly didn't think I'd win.
Yeah.
But no, congratulations to all the other girls as well. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah, they did very well. Congratulations once again. Well done, Roxy.
Thank you.
With me, I have guest Michael McAlpine. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Brett.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Now, Michael is a numerologist, clairvoyant, and psychic. Now, last time we discussed numerology, what are your other talents?
Well, I'm clairvoyant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm psychic.
Yeah.
I do channeling.
Right.
Do some medical psychic work.
Yeah.
And I'm a palmist.
Okay. And what is the difference between a psychic and a clairvoyant?
Well, a psychic is tuning into the person's psyche, just as a psychologist probably would, look at bodily language, pick up inner feelings, read faces, different things like that. Clairvoyant is when you actually get a vision and see something. Clairaudient, which I'm also, is when I hear things, and clairsentient is when you pick up things, sense things. Now, most people are clairsentient.
Right, okay.
And most people can do that at the drop of a hat.
Okay. How do you get a vision through clairvoyancy? Is it something triggers those images, or...?
Well, sometimes they can naturally just happen when you least expect it.
Yep.
But when I'm doing a reading, I channel, and what I do is I go into a light trance, and I have my eyes shut, and I hold the person's hands, and I go in, and I can suddenly, I'll either pick up psychic things.
Yep.
If it's a psychic thing, I'll pick up their symbols. So I'll pick up something like I'll see a bird, and it'll be a white bird or a black bird. A white bird is bearer of good news. Black bird is bad news coming to you. The bird is news. Horse is to do with work. If I'm picking up those sort of things or anything similar to that, then I'm being psychic.
Right,
if I'm not picking those things up and I actually see a scene, then I'm being clairvoyant.
Okay.
So, and I actually see a person walking around or doing something, or a house or something, and just moving scene. Now, there was one particularly, if I could just quickly explain this, I was just laying down on one particular day, or when was it, 5 or 6 years ago now, before the American embassy was blown up in Africa, where was it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was not long before that, and I picked up this man standing there in white clobber, standing with a long beard.
Yep.
We all know who he is now. And he was standing with a rifle in his arm, and he didn't have it out, he just had it sort of up, right, and there was all these other Arabs charging behind him in a war-torn, stricken area, and then I tried to explain this, and then on top of that, that scene went away, that vision, it was a running film footage, and then on top of that I saw the word Afghanistan.
Wow.
And then I tried to explain this to people, that I've seen this thing, and it's a man from Afghanistan who's doing a lot of stuff to the world. And then this thing come up straight on the news about a week later, and I said, that's it, that's the man. And what's his name? Bin Laden? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know who he was at that stage.
Wow.
So that's when I get a clairvoyant vision.
Okay. Now, clairvoyant, where does that derive from?
Clear vision. It's a French word. It means clear vision, and you don't think. So when you're getting actually something, you're not thinking it through. You're not. When you think, you're actually saying you're telling the brain to do something.
Right. Okay.
And when you're being clairvoyant, you're just getting the images just coming in, and you're not trying to think what it is. You're just saying exactly as it comes out, and that's the difference between thinking. Thinking is not clear. Clairvoyant could be considered as clear thought.
Oh, okay. So it's not a sort of a new age thing, it's been around for centuries.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay, that sounds great. Look, hopefully we'll get you back for some readings. You can maybe read me in future shows.
Yeah, that'll be great.
If you do want to contact Michael, you can email the studio at the address at the bottom of your screen, okay? And people need to present what for a clairvoyant reading?
Well,
they
just need to come.
Yeah, that's great.
Or I know if they're going to send in a message or something, so I can read it out. If they're not going to come into the studio.
No,
of course.
that's fine.
So it's just jot down in a letter form what a problem they've got a problem. They might have a problem with their partner or something like that, or if they're going to move or buy a house or something like that. And is it a good time now, or is it a good time to do this or not?
That's fine.
Just sell and move or go overseas or whatever, or start a new business or anything like that. Jot it down and send it on to us, and then I'll have a look at it and address it on air, live to air.
That's great. Okay, thank you, Michael.
Thank you.